the other thing, and you just shared with me this morning, that a competitor has had to drop his another $6,000 below what we got on ours. And it's still not under contract. He may have to drop it again.
And by the way, bring you out. All right? Don't be this soft. I want you. I want the you to be brought out.
So you want me saying mother every other?
Hey, Terry Swanson with Century 21, and this is our first edition of the Results Scoop, and we're going to take an in-depth dive into what's going on out there in the market and meeting some of our superstar agents out there that are doing phenomenal things and understand what's going on, not just in the real estate world, but these creatures out there in the real estate world practicing. What do they do outside of real estate? So I've got the pleasure of having two of our Rockstar agents, and I do mean Rockstar. I still hear you call my name. And now here's the cool thing. So today we're going to highlight some of the things, because when you came to us, I'm like, man, the guy's got tattoos on his arms and he's bald and he's a little out there kind of guy. I mean, let's look at these shoes down here. We got Converse shoes on, a middle-aged guy. Look at the way the guy's dressed. And so I'm sitting there going, okay, I'm not so sure about this guy. And he absolutely defied everything that an internal belief in me, because he is absolutely very business-minded. He is very passionate about what he does. And he was doing such a blazing trail into the real estate arena for us that his wife said, oh my God, if he can do it, oh man, what can I do, right?
That is such a lie.
No, it's not, because I talked to her before she got her license.
We had this conversation.
So Rhonda, tell us, because you guys both have run businesses. So it's like, you didn't get into it in your 20s. It's like you're well into your life, and all of a sudden you go, we can do it, and now you're full in.
Yeah, all in.
What's been your experience, and why did you go, hey, I'm going to stop doing what I'm doing over here, or not do so much of it, and I'm going to focus over here because we can do some awesome stuff together?
Yeah, and just like Lewis said, when we started thinking about getting our licenses, and of course he did before I did, we knew that there was a gap that needed to be filled. And it was through our own experience in buying and selling our own homes that we felt, something could be done a little bit differently, maybe a little bit better. We don't know exactly what that is yet, but we're going to figure it out, and then we're going to bring it to the market with the experience that we've had and the things that we've learned, and start sharing the knowledge with our clients. Because in a lot of cases, buyers and sellers don't know a lot of things that they should know, and they're not educated through the process. And so that's one thing that we've always really been dedicated to, is educating.
Yeah.
You just never know. I mean, at some point in time, you gotta roll with it, even if it isn't something that was ever even a consideration in your mind. You know what I mean? When you start this process, I, as a homeowner, am always kind of thinking the traditional route. You get your mind gets just kind of locked into that. But that's, man, you got to think outside the box in today's environment.
Yep. So the inspection process, was that pretty easy and seamless,
yeah.
or did
it was
did
You
it?
met with them.
Yeah, I met with the inspector while they were here, and nice guys came through. They were quick at what they did.
I think we were actually out of town when that went
Yeah,
on.
you
we
were
was.
out of town, so
Yeah,
I met the
we were.
inspection people.
So
over
let me
there.
back into a couple things. So the inspection process went pretty easy and seamlessly, but to get to that point, you had to accept the terms. So you guys navigated getting the offer, right?
Yes.
Came in within how much time did it take for the offer to actually come in?
2 days?
Yeah,
Yeah, it
2
was-
days.
yeah.
Right?
By the time we were back in town, we had their final offer, I think, if I remember correctly.
I think
Yeah.
It was like over a weekend type of thing. It was just a couple of days, a couple of business days.
Learning everything we can about any business that we're into, and then taking that information and sharing it, and teaching people what they need to know in real estate. And it's worked. And it's worked in a really big way for us. So
Well, it's awesome stuff to see what you guys are doing. And the awesome thing is, you guys come in and we talk about different things. The home that we're standing in today, you guys are actually
Yeah.
closing on tomorrow.
Yes.
And it's through one of the iBuyer programs out there that we work with, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
And it's not about just throwing things out there. You guys, and boom.
That's right.
We got a closing tomorrow.
Yep.
And he said, fine, we'll go ahead and do it. You sign off on that, then they line up the inspection. From the time that you said, yes, we'll go ahead and accept this, let's get it inspected, to the inspection period, how much time did that take?
That didn't take long either.
Not long
They
at all.
scheduled it pretty.
it was
Quickly.
it was really fast. They were out here within 3 days.
So you had your answers, so I mean, look at this. You had your answers totally within about 7 days from what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
From,
Yes,
we accept the
absolutely.
contract, And here's the crazy thing. These people never even really saw their home when they were giving you the offer. Then their person comes in, they inspect it. It goes pretty good. And within 7 days, you guys have a cash scenario worked out. Boom, you're going
And
to
a
closing.
closing date. When
Yeah,
you
and a
got a
closing
closing date, up to a certain, we can
Yes.
pick a date up until, I think, which is tomorrow, the 21st.
Yes.
And,
Yeah.
and we said, well, the 21st should work for us. Let's
So you didn't
roll
even,
with it.
you didn't have a buyer going, this day or nothing. It was, you
Right.
pretty much got to
Yes.
select.
There were
right?
no
Yeah.
contingencies or anything that had to be met. And then the other thing that was cool was that they sent us a timeline of everything that was going to happen throughout the process. Like yesterday's walkthrough, that was a scheduled thing.
In the world out there, it's not just one way in real estate today. It's let me leverage everything out there. But you know, here's the cool thing. You like the lights. You know why I know you like the lights. You know why?
Why?
Because I've seen you rocking out. Not only we got a drummer over here, right? Drummer.
right.
And the thing that when I found out that Lewis was a drummer and a very accredited drummer, I mean, you did great shows.
You can go ahead and say I am the best in the world. It's all right.
Yeah.
I forgot about them now. They're out of my
Yeah.
head.
Here's the main thing. You're focused on closing tomorrow. That's
Right,
about
right.
it.
Yeah.
But they walked us through it, but also the iBuyer
Yes.
worked with them to walk us through it as well. And the closing attorney as well was very communicative and
Yeah.
that sort of thing, which was very good.
Very
stuff.
nice and
So-
seamless. Just happened very boom, 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 you know, and it was done.
Yeah.
A lot of times we hear this, and I know you guys have expressed it to us in the past. Sometimes it's stressful in selling and
Oh,
buying
yeah.
a house.
Oh, yeah.
Right? You guys shared with us how stressful it was when you had to market it with a different company.
Right.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
And we hear this all the time, and that's one of the things about it is it doesn't have to be stressful. It just doesn't. There's ways to go about it, and the approach is all comes back to communication
Yep.
and education.
You can take anything and put that same method into being the best that you can at the other things. And that's really what I want you to do is take everything and pull it together, not just go out there and do it haphazardly, but really focus on all the moving parts in real estate and pulling it all together like one little seamless drum roll. How do you like that assimilation?
And that's exactly what it's all about. You know, Ron and I are both musicians, and there's always a lot of moving pieces in music, right? And the art of it is bringing all those pieces together to fit seamlessly. And then people go, oh, that sounds pretty. Real estate is no different. There's always moving pieces, there's always obstacles. So what we have to do is find solutions for those obstacles. Granted, we asked you guys to leave for showings 100 times, it seems like, right?
That was the worst part about it.
That's always
to
the
go.
worst. That is always the worst part about it. I must say that when you guys were doing this, it always made sense. It wasn't crazy, like they're going to be here in 45. They want to come in 45 minutes type stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, it was. While it's always stressful to, I guess probably the most stressful part of having a house on the market is you have to be ready to pick up and go and have the house show pretty close to show ready at all times.
And that's one of the things that we strive to do with our clients is make sure that there's always an open path of communication and that we explain the process. Here's where we're going. Here's why we want to get there. Here's steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and we're going to do them in this particular order. And we'll ask them, does that make sense? I'm like, yeah.
So drummer, guitarist, singer.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that we can have a little footage that somewhere right in this area we can go, here's what they really do.
And you guys were superstars
So
when it came to that. I mean,
You want the real
really-
rock stars?
They're the rock stars. Absolutely.
I don't know. These guys are heavy hitters in the marketing.
Yeah.
Man, we just couldn't be happier.
So in today's ever-changing world of real estate, we want to bring to you real-life examples of people that are, in Lewis's case and Rhonda's, being rock stars out there in the industry and making things happen even when there's question marks around the economy and different things going on. So like us, check us out, see what we can do to help you in your mark of What are you going to do in the real estate market? Maybe you're in your midlife going, what should I do? Should I try real estate? Give us a call. Let us help you out with that. If you're a client wanting to have that different experience, today we are having our agents be educated into the iBuyer world. We're working with iBuyers like we talked about today. You heard from the people that for 6 months they tried the traditional route. Then they teamed up with Lewis and Rhonda, had a great experience going down the traditional route, and then when that didn't work, Lewis and Rhonda took what we've been working with, our iBuyers, and made stuff happen for them. That's what it's about today. We have agents that work on focusing #getting results. So always remember, you want somebody today that can make things happen, call Results, 770-889-6090. You will not be sorry you did.
Very reassuring at every step of the process. And when we had to look at options, I mean, you threw it on the table of this is what we're looking at, and these are what your options are. Let's figure out a solution to get to a closing table.
Absolutely, yeah.
And that's
And you
exactly what we did.
You explained it to us as it went along, you know, why this is happening, what you see in the marketplace at this particular time, and we're very, very helpful along that line. And
Thank you.
it was just made it very easy.
Good.
One last question. From the time that you submitted in to the program to closing tomorrow, what time has lapsed?
Starts how long from start to finish? 30 days.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
30-day clause.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
I think we signed somewhere in November,
Yeah.
and we're closing tomorrow.
End of November.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now here's one last question. If somebody asks you, who should I have help me buy or sell a house? Who are you
I
going
would
to say?
I would say Team Giarraffa.
What was that?
Team Giarraffa.